Hey, what's up, everybody? A late night live stream. Ooh, what could be up? And the day before I do my Friday stream, something must be going on. What's going on is I have an FT3 in my hands right now. I just picked it up from the HRO a couple hours ago, a lot of hours ago to be honest, but we're going to tear into the box. We're going to run through the major features that make it different from the FT2DR. I am very excited to get my hands on this. Want to say a big thank you and shout out to the Wyoming Ham for making this possible. This is, he bought it and he said, hey, if you want to check it out, it's going to be at the Anaheim HRO. You go pick it up and then you ship it to me. And that's what I'm doing. We're going to take a look at it right now. So thanks, everybody, for hopping in. Totally surprised. I know this wasn't planned or anything like that, so we barely only have a couple people watching. But that's okay. We'll get started pretty much right now. Should be a lot of fun. All right. So here's the bad boy right now. The FT3DR. Nice little box. Very nice little box. I've got the 2 right next to it. Going to, like I said, go through the features. Hopefully you guys are hearing me okay. And eventually I'll have the call-ins if you guys want to call in and ask a question on something that I might not have hit or you're really curious on. There's 3 or 4 major areas I'm going to be hitting. Obviously we're going to look at that beautiful display, but the first thing that I'm going to tear into is that Bluetooth. I want to know what else I can connect to it. Yeah, so let's open her right up. Ooh, about what I'd expect it to look like. Not too big of a box. I like that. By the way, we are streaming tomorrow. Don't worry. In fact, it's a very special collab stream that I'm doing with K6UDA. Bob, it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you'll set the notification on that. Oh, what was that? What is this in here? Oh, rechargeable battery pack. Yaesu always does a really good job with their manuals. This is no exception. That is really nicely done. I like the screenshots that they put in it. It really does help. In fact, when I got the FT2DR, because I got so many comments where I had heard, you know, the menus are complicated, blah, blah, blah. It makes it really, really nice. So I do like their manuals. So why are we doing this? Well, the FT3DR just came out. It's brand new. It came out this week, basically. If you're not already, join the Yaesu WiresX official group that's on Facebook. That's where John Crook, who's the marketing manager for Yaesu, has been posting content like crazy. So go check him out. I really like his stuff. So let's just pull this out of the bag and do a look-see at it. I'll get the battery pack plugged in. I didn't actually check this beforehand. We could be facing a dead battery, which would mean we get to test out that charger, drop-in charger. So that's it on that guy. Let's make sure we get an antenna on it before we power it up. About what you'd expect. Oh, sorry, Wyoming Ham. I'm going to have to cut open a bag. I didn't expect that. A drop-in charger is not included in the kit. Okay, so just know that going in. The antenna is not the same. It is a different antenna than was on my FT2DR. And I'm going to do it, Wyoming Ham. I apologize, but... Oh, look at that. A color screen being one of the most features that people were the most upset that this did not have. So you should be pleased to know that it does have a screen. But you probably already knew that if you watched my video from Hamvention. We talked a lot with John Crook. And obviously, new screen. So let's power it on. Hope we got some battery. Oh, call sign. Okay, here we go. So you have to enter your call sign, which I'm going to do right now. Where's the numbers? Okay. And... okay. Bam! Look at that. That is really nice. So let's uh-oh, that battery is really low actually. That battery is really low. I didn't expect that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're in Well, okay, so you see right on the screen there. Click it, right? 146520. Enter. Now we're on simplex. Testing. Oh, that's much better. Sorry about that. Oh, hopefully that wasn't too long. Okay. That was weird. Yeah, it fell out. Okay, so what I'm going to do really quick is actually I'm going to throw this on the quick charger. I've got it here. Woo! Look at that. Red light came on. Because I'm going to pull out the SD card on this side. I'm going to see if we can use my SD card on this guy and to pull my channels over. So to do that, we're going to... And you may want to do this when you have this radio, right? So look at the FT2DR. It seems so sad now in comparison. We're going to go to display. Oh, I got it locked. Going to go down to... Oh, SD card is what I want. We're going to back up. Write to SD card. And we're going to click it again. And now it's writing. Boy, look at that screen in comparison. Should be back now. Okay, good. All right. So we've got our power back. In fact, I'm going to turn this off to make the charging a little bit better. Pull it off, plug it back in. Okay, and pull out the SD card. I wonder, so I forget, does this keep the memory channels? It does. Great. Okay, cool. So I can copy my memory channels over from the FT2DR to the FT3DR. Not bad for a late night stream. 56 people watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. Since I want to get it to charge a little bit, I don't want to be running it when it's super low. I'm going to go through the rest of the ingredients in the box really quick. Actually, let's take a look around the outside. Is there anything important on this? No, but the box is pretty slick. I do like the new box. In fact, no, the FT2DR is in the other room. Okay, so you do get the Yaesu cable, the USB cable, and I want to make a note of this. The head on this guy is tapered, so you do want to hang into... Oh, the batteries are interchangeable. Oh, you're right. But I do want to mention this before we go back to the radio. This is a tapered head USB connector. You need that if you're going to try and do a firmware change or anything like that. Most USB heads are going to be too wide. So you definitely want to make sure you keep this one. I actually threw a label on mine and made that available. So international plug, that's interesting. American plug, so it's an interchangeable. And then the belt clip. Oh boy, I'm glad somebody mentioned that the batteries are interchangeable. How did I forget that? I guess we're going to test the accessories right now. I'm so glad you said something. Battery comes off. Battery comes off. And full battery. Go. Excellent. And I can take this one and throw it on the charger, so we'll do that now. Okay, so now we're back, full battery. Oh, I forgot to do the micro SD card. Let's do that. Ah, so big difference right off the bat. There's a screw in the middle on this guy, right, on the FT2. They've changed that orientation here, which I think is a better way to go. Now you can flip up this lid while still keeping this sealed, right? And there's your slot for the SD card. Only goes in one way. And of course, you always put it in the wrong way on the first go. And boom. Okay. So let's go ahead and... There, it remembered my call sign. Now, the menu system should be the same. So if I hold down display, I got the same thing. Excellent. SD card still in the lower left-hand corner. Click SD card. We want to, let's see, memory channel, read from SD. Oh, does it not? Ooh, it may not like my SD card. That was one thing I was curious about. Oh, interesting. What does the screen say? It says the SD card is plugged in. That's what that little logo means there. Right? Oh, Steve Cow said it will not. And I am off work tomorrow, so yes. And I am reading the comments now, so thank you. Let's see. I'm going to go back to... Oh, okay, good. Well, thanks, Steve. I will pull the card out immediately because I don't want to lose anything on it. All right. So what I'm going to do... Right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the bands... Oh, wait. Let's go back. So, pretty good. AM, of course. Okay, so let's find Noah. Let's do a quick scan. To scan, FWW, and hit scan. I'm going to get me a Noah channel. Pull up some other stuff while we're at it. In fact... Bluetooth time. All right. So under the option menu, click Bluetooth. And we want to turn it on. And we want to search. Let's see if it finds this guy. Yui Boom, it found it. Okay, let's see if it connects. Oh!
If you're going actually in the park,
this sounds good.
To do the actual Disneyland thing, I would put $2,000 in my wallet, and that you have a little bit of a buffer. But
let's crank it.
Looking at probably $1,500 just in there and do the normal Disneyland thing.
This sounds really good.
Well, okay, sir. Thank you very much for that info. And you have a very nice evening. And Jonathan, you have a nice evening too. And this is Bill, K7BRH. I'm clear.
I'm
sure it didn't mean to interrupt y'all.
So I know I shouldn't think that it's going to behave differently, but the ICOM R30, right? Why would I think that the radio would have the same Bluetooth? It obviously doesn't. This is fully working with a Yui Boom external speaker, and this is a stereo speaker of really high quality. I mean, it's old now, but I love this. So this is fantastic. I'm already very excited. You got a really nice screen. You got the speaker. Very good. All right, let's continue the scan, see if we get up to some Noah action. Whoop. Sorry for the late night, guys, but you watching me in the morning, you can watch what we've gone through. So what have we learned so far? The SD cards from the FT2DR will not hot swap over to the FT3. I think John probably said that. What John didn't really mention was that the Bluetooth will work on a lot of devices. Obviously, because they want to sell the headset. So I get it. You know, John works for Yaesu. What is this? Interesting. So, first, I want to mention, too, the screen now. The volume control is now different per which side you're on, right? So that's... Oh, I bet it works really good on Bluetooth in the car. Steven again. Yeah, exactly. Oh, let's see if we can... That's the wrong mode. We are in FM dash, by the way, for mode. I don't have it memorized, but somebody in chat, post the frequency for APRS, and we'll dive onto APRS really fast. Because I do have Wi-Fi or GPS on the radio in my garage. It's synced up right now. Look at that. The light's different. I like that light. The little green light. Pretty snazzy. Okay, great. Thank you for adding that. So we'll get out of scan. We want to make the B channel. I always make the B channel APRS, and I believe that's how it works specifically on this radio. Okay, I bet if we just hang out for a bit here. Let's mute that guy. There it is. So I want to just go straight only APRS, so I'm going to hold the A and B. So there we go. So right now, holding the A and B is going to give you more information on the radio. Right now, we have a TX and RX set to 0, so no difference. That is some. So right now, also, I don't have the modem turned on yet. So it's just going to be squawking out APRS. It's acknowledging it, though, as a digital, though, because it's blue instead of green. At least that's my understanding. Woo! Watch yourself. All right, let's turn on APRS. Go down to APRS modem. Turn it on. So this doesn't have a mic button. It does have a microphone. So maybe if you had Vox on, but that seems like a problem. So before, all you had to do was put it into APRS modem, and that should start consuming the APRS. It should start giving you the pop-ups. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to GPS is on though. A quick way to find that if you just hit display. Uh-oh. Wait, maybe we don't. Uh-oh. Thought we did. We should still be able to decode it, though. You shouldn't need GPS to decode it. Only to transmit. There we go. Oh, interesting. Because there it is. There we go. Okay, so now we got some activity going. You only need to have GPS on to transmit for your beaconing, but you'll receive APRS no problem. So one key note here, the FW button. Normally when you clicked FW on the FT2, you got a full screen and you saw everything, including that frequency on the top, the active frequency. Now you have to click the forward button before you get to something like your S list, which is the stations of the APRS the stations you've heard. So a little bit different because the screen is smaller. Yeah, so now we're popping. All right, so we got APRS set up. That's working fine. Let's save it and let's give it a name, because one of the big problems people had with this, Bob K6UDA in particular, you couldn't name, or you could name your channel or your memory, but then it wouldn't display anywhere. So hold down F and W. We're gonna memory write. We're gonna say yes overwrite. Okay, and then we're gonna give it a name. We're gonna say A P. Whoa, why? That's right. A P R S. Okay, so now, did it save it? There we go. So now it says APRS right there. So I just went from VFO to memory mode, and channel 1 is now occupied by APRS, which I generally have. It's like APRS and simplex, 520 simplex. All right. Very, very good. Jesus. So I'm a little... I forget what happens then, I guess. Is that supposed to flash when you have a GPS sync? That's probably what happens. But the satellite is on, so that just means, I guess, the GPS receiver is on, but obviously we're indoors. I thought we'd be able to get it, but obviously inside you can't generally, so I should have known better. Okay, so we've covered... can't do the memory card. You can display the name. You can do the Bluetooth out of here, which is awesome. Is that where this is picking up? It is. Wait, where is that? Okay, good. And there you go. That's information on the screen. Very good. Yes. Okay. I don't think I can PTT from my speaker, but what I'll do is I'll go back to simplex and I'll try and turn Vox on. Tech Coup, can it do single sideband? No, it cannot. Okay, so let's set another channel here. We're gonna get off of that. Oh, because I'm Alright, so let's make a station for simplex. We're gonna write. We're gonna call it 2 M. Why you do that? 2 M space. We'll try and get away with simp. See if that works. And display. So now, if I go to VM, 2 meter simplex. Okay. So, let's go ahead and go to... we need to turn Vox on. I had to think about that because I never use Vox. Vox on. Okay, so Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. No. Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. Forget your life. That's part of the reason why I'm making this video, is I've wanted to know how this works on Bluetooth for a very long time. Ever since he showed me that earpiece, which I love, but I was very curious how it worked on Bluetooth, so yeah. Okay, let's go back into this. Okay, so I can... Testing. Okay, we're back. All right. Sorry about that. I don't know what it keeps happening. All right. Testing. Okay, sorry about that. Kills your... Oh, when I'm transmitting. I haven't had that happen in quite a while. Oh, it's transmitting right now. Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. Testing. Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. Okay. So what did we discover? I'm talking right now, and it's not transmitting at all. Vox is on low right now. When I turn this back on, I'll be able to transmit. See if it syncs. Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. CQ for Kilo India 6 November Alpha. CQ for Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. Disconnected. CQ. CQ. Okay, I'm going to turn Vox off. This is just making it weird. Because now I can't hear the... Okay, let's turn this guy off again. I am drinking a Voodoo American Stout. That's probably right, Steven. The Bluetooth is probably too strong. Okay, let's go back to... So it thinks it's playing into this because we're not hearing it. Testing? Yeah, you can still hear me. Good. The price point is about $450 right now at the HR website, and I posted a link in the description if you'd like to check it out. The best system I've found for testing which mic is in use for Vox is hitting the mic and see if it transmits. That's not always true. If I get a DX from an Alexa voice, I'll send you a postcard. That's very good. Or I'll send a postcard to Amazon. Okay. So, first things first. Well, now we can't hear the radio, so let's turn the Bluetooth off. And there, all the audio is back. So that's about what I expected. Okay, so first things first. Bluetooth works really well. It sounds amazing. Once I turned the Vox on, it started to go a little funky. I believe it was actually using the speaker in the UE Boom. This is a 5-watt radio. Ask a name that I just can't pronounce. I think that's in Farsi or Arabic, so I think that might be the same thing. I don't know. I apologize if it is. But we are picking up a lot of signals on APRS, so that's good. So I'm going to throw it over to the chat. What do you guys want to know about this radio? I have it right now, and how long I've been streaming for? About half an hour. So let's turn it over. In fact, I will turn on the call-ins in case somebody wants to call in with any questions, and I will take them live, and we can work through them. So something I noted when I did my video was that the edge on this guy is very thin. The edge between the bevel and the touchscreen is thin. Your finger kind of just rolls onto it. This, though, it's a pronounced edge that you've got to go over. You can actually see it. Hopefully you can see it. Let me get the light on it just right. It's a pretty thick edge. That's gonna... It didn't stop me, to be honest with you. It didn't stop me. And if anybody wants to send me anything on APRS, let me set that up right now. Okay. Do you have to make me do it all over again? I set the radio up. No. Stop. I remember this was kind of a weird... And then you do left. Yeah, there it is. And then 7. Okay. So I'm KI6NAZ 7 if you want to hit me up on them's APRSs. Let's read the chat. Brian Flores asked, D70... Okay, so first of all, I have only had this thing for a couple of hours, so I can't really comment. D74A or FT3DR. So I'm still an outdoorsy type of guy, so I would probably still go with this one. The 74, though, has more capability, more bands of operation, and a different digital mode, D-Star. So if you're a D-Star type of guy or you live in a D-Star area, that might be better for you. This is a Yaesu System Fusion radio, so you're going to have to plan accordingly. Riley Yan asks, what is the max range? It depends on where you live and what your mountainous situations are. But I suspect you get anywhere from a couple of miles up to 20 miles, depending on the terrain and the antenna you're using. And if you are supported by a repeater, then that's kind of all moot. You can go very far, particularly if it's on a mountain. No, the radios are not the same size and dimension. So I will put the battery pack on this one just to... And they are... So you can see here, the FT3DR is fatter on the bottom. It is also shorter. But from a dimension standpoint in the front, it's squatter, but the width of the face area is the same. Something of note that I'm picking up on here, these buttons are more of a rubberized feel. And the FT2 are hard plastic, which I happen to like the FT2's hard plastic. Steven is in the chat saying, but the battery life, man, sucks hard. Not happy about that. So I didn't really expect that, but to be honest with you, it could be the screen. People were pontificating on the fact that it could be the screen issue that would cause that. Maybe that's what's happening. Oop. Lost the chat. Yeah, so the FT3 is fatter dimension. But, there we go. Now we're picking up stuff. Let me see if I can brighten this up a bit. Oh, I see. Stop it. Display. LCD dimmer. Oh, that's it. It's maxed. Is there a contrast? No, there's not. So the FT2DR has contrast and dimming as well. This is obviously a color screen. So this is the brightest that you get. This is active right now. So if I were to like key up, it would go back to full brightening. It's going to kind of go into a battery save mode and go lower. Yeah, Mike, I'm not giving this one away because it's not mine. Again, thank you to the Wyoming Ham for letting me borrow this. How is the factory antenna? So far the factory antenna is a standard rubber duck. It's going to be better than a Baofeng. Radio is not the same. What is the size? Channel frequency on the same screen. My FT2... channel and frequency... I missed that one. Somebody asked a question. Channel and frequency on the same screen. FT2 doesn't do it. I'd like that feature. Oh, yeah, it does that. So, come on. So, we covered it earlier, but let me get off this one because it's going to go forever. I have typed in 2 meter simp, and then above that is the frequency. So we are looking at the name of the channel and the frequency at the same time, which is great. So let's do this. Nope, sorry. Let me back out. Nope. No, what is it? I don't remember the repeater. I'd really hoped that it would have worked off of my... let's just start... let's start it down at 440. And scan our way up here. Anthony Perez asked, but can you change it to only name and no frequency? I don't know. Let me look into that in a second. You know what? I didn't.
You see these Class A locations, you'll wonder what took you so long to call. Call 201-210.
That is a very...
That person wearing my father's...
This speaker is better than the FT2DR. I should have said that up front because this is way better. So, good question. I'll get back to that in a second, I promise. Okay. Okay, so question was asked. So right now I have it in single band mode. When I take it out of single band, it still says 2-meter simplex right there for the active station. I bet if I go up to this one, which is VFO, it'll disappear. And it does. So when you're in VFO versus memory channels, it's going to show the actual name of the memory channel. Perfect. That's exactly what you want. I think that's what I would want. So I think that's a pretty good example. Let me do something really quick while you guys hang on the line. I didn't miss a call, right? But it's late. I don't expect people to call in. That's all right. What's it say? Can you charge it directly with that? Yeah, absolutely. So I just use the docking station because it's actually faster. So the plug for it's right there, and that's also where your mic is. So there's your power plug. Sorry, there's your power plug, and there's your mic connection. Let's do... I just want to know if they're... I don't think anybody's on there right now. Let's see. Can you change it directly without... Yeah, you can charge it. Okay, so let's go back up here. We're going to go... Step be wild in right now. Hold on, what band are we in? There we go. Why is it doing that? So we have to change the step. No. It's in VFO. Why is it not letting me? I don't like that. Is the external mic connection the screw-on type? No, it is not. It's the press fit single. It's the press fit single that you would do with like the FT60. Same as the FT. So I believe the port configuration is the same as on the FT2. The difference is that they've added these flaps, which is a different configuration. Instead of one screw in the middle with the two sides, there's now separate screws with the flaps in the middle. Hey, Dennis is in the house. I'm having a weird... Oh, what's that do? Oh, hey, there's an LED light. Yay, you got a light now. That's cool. So why am I having such a hard time with this? I guess I forget all the menu options. Where's my step? Is it under config? I'm guessing it's under config. Oh, I passed it. There it is. Yay. All right. So with this one, I'm going to try and do a scan for the P code. Squelch type. Maybe tone squelch. Tone. That's what we want. And I believe you go into display, and then you go to signaling, and then you go to squelch type, tone, yeah. There we go, search. I could never get this to work when I was on VFO. LED flashlight almost brings it up to Baofeng standards. It's considerably higher than that. Come on now. Anyway, this one is 77. Okay. So all I did was type in the frequency, turn tone squelch on, set it to 77, and I'm going to write, and this is Spark. I'm sure people are going, what? But it's the repeater that I remember very well. So let's see if we can. Was that a key up? KI6NAZ. Oh, there it is. What's that? Why were they not there? Oh, I know why. Because I don't have a big baller antenna on right now. Oh, wait. No, wait. Do we want to use this one? No. We're going to throw the Aprs on it, guys. I'm going to do some live testing with the Aprs. Yeah, so good question about the color off. Let's explore the display a bit. Let's whack the radio with the Aprs as well. I'm going to take the rubber ducky off. We're going to put the Aprs on it, and let's see what it does. Oh! This is not Aprs compatible. It's not Aprs compatible. The hump for the GPS, blocks the Aprs. Oh no! Oh no! I have to go get another antenna now. Oh! Wait! We might be okay. No, we're not. Damn. Oh well. Well, we're making it, so we should be able to receive them. So I'm assuming that so that's. I stumbled on a cork, man. You can't run an Aprs on this. You'd have to round down the lower part to get the Aprs to seat. You'd have to put a chamfer on the edge. I bet they weren't thinking about that in the R&D department when they were putting that together. When your GPS nubbin sticks out too far and you block the Aprs. That's not good. Well, I'm just kidding. I don't care. The BNC model. Oh, that's worthy. That's worthy to run inside. I'm going to run inside and grab that adapter because that is a really good question. Can you run the BNC adapter on this? I'm going to go get that right now. I'll be right back. So I have a feeling this will be fine. So this is the signal stick with the adapter. Ooh, yeah, I think this should be okay. Come on now. Yeah, it's fine. Yep. Looks pretty good. I mean, it looks the part, at least. That's about what you'd expect. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, what were we supposed to look at? Color. No Bree, no 3 for me. Oh, man. Somebody's going to make a hashtag of that. That's not good, man. I don't want to be associated with that. All right. Let's go to the display. So what can we do here? We've got lamp. So that's your save feature as far as how long the lamp's going to be bright. You have dimmer control, and it's already maxed out at 6. And that looks like it. You can't change. You can't go to black and white mode. And to be honest with you, it wouldn't matter because the LCD, the way LCDs work is it's still printing color. Like it's still using power to power the screen and the pixels. Now, I'm sure black may be less power or grays may be less power, but it's already pretty much black and white. So, I don't know. You can cut some pieces from... Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So what else? Anybody have any other questions while we're rocking this this sweet FT3DR? Oh, we got to do the other mode. Okay. So what I used to remember, let's do this really fast. See if we can do this. You used to be able to 1.6 AM 50. This should be your air band. Nope. That is indeed airband. Or something around that area. Hey, Julian's in the house. Yes, indeed, Julian. It comes with a power plug. You can plug right in the DC port. You don't have to have a dock. Hey, Mel! I met Mel at the HRO when I was picking this up. And he was like, I'm buying an FTM 400 because of you. So, I'm sorry, man. Apologize to your wife for me that I'm helping you blow money. Ham Radio Guy asked, do you think the FT3 is good enough to spend the cash to upgrade from the FT2? Well, I'm not. I'm not right now. I think at $450... it's actually not a bad option for a lot of people, but I already have the FT2, which is a perfectly fine radio. I am not a Bluetooth user as much as other people may be that would require me to have it. Well, we're spending a lot of time. Okay, let's get out of that. So, you used to have a band button for weather. So, where's my weather channels? Okay, so something I've been doing a lot now, I've done it twice, is I hit the FW button, which is easy to hit, and then I'm trying to hit the scan button, and my finger is overshooting it and hitting the TX power. And then I got to go back, and so I hit F and again, and I got to go into scan, and then the scan starts working. So that is it's good to see Julian in the house. I think this is a better time for him. Maybe it's a better time for you. HFS. So great question, Julian. Yeah, it has the same capability as the FT2. So yes, you can receive. Well, you can't do single sideband though, can you? Hold on. I distinctly remember you cannot, but... Okay, hold on. Let's get out of that. So... Okay, so somebody can tell me in the chat. I thought... Wow! That's the first time I'm seeing a sticker. Thank you, John Little. That's awesome. That's the first one I've seen. Thank you. Yeah, so let me be clear. Everybody that's asking questions, everything the FT2DR can do, this can do. So let me go back to my memory and hit band scope. It has a band scope. Where are you? Scope. Oh, you can't be in memory when you're in band scope, of course. Okay. All right. So now I hit band scope, and there you go. Oh, we got a caller. I will take the caller right now. I heard the beep. Hold on, caller. Hey there, caller. What's your name? Do you hear me, caller?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah. This is Justin, WD8EHT. New number.
WD8. What was the rest of it?
EHT. Justin? Justin, EHT.
Oh,
WD8EHT.
gotcha, man. Yeah, what's up, dude? How's it going?
Oh, going pretty good. I just was just popping on Facebook, and I saw somebody posted about your live stream, so
Yeah.
pop in and say hi.
Yeah. So what do you think so far?
Well, I just literally saw you playing with FT3DR there. I was just going to ask you, what do you think of it?
So far I like it. I got to be honest with you though, I'm a little disheartened to hear that the battery might not be as good as the FT2DR, because I think the FT2DR, aside from maybe this guy, the Anytone 878 as being the strongest battery in all of ham radio, the FT2DR lasts me a full day transmitting APRS and using it pretty consistently throughout the day. So I like that radio a lot. If the battery is not keeping up to that, that bothers me a little bit.
Okay, so I haven't watched your full stream yet.
Oh,
I was just tuning in pretty much.
Yeah, no problem.
The milliamp hours on the 2DR versus the 3DR battery, you're supposed to be able, first of all, to swap them out from what I had read.
Yeah, we've been doing it all stream.
On launch day.
We've been doing, so this is actually my FT2DR battery that's on here right now. So yes, all the accessories are swappable, and they seem to be great. Like I used the quick charger cradle already on it. Seems to be fine. It's all, it all works. Oh, we got a channel right here.
So when you say the battery is less, is it the device itself, the 3DR, that's draining the batteries quicker, or is it the provided stock battery with it?
Well, so you've got a couple more things going on with this radio that the FT2DR doesn't have. You have a color screen, which is going to draw more, and you have Bluetooth. Yep. And so if you have so you can't not have the screen on, so you're already going to eat that power drain. And you can elect to not have the Bluetooth on, and that's going to save you a lot of power. And to be honest, as much as I think the audio quality that was coming out of this is superb, out of this Bluetooth speaker, I really like this, by the way. I don't know that needs to be a requirement in ham radio. I don't think you need to have a Bluetooth capability in ham radio. If you want it, though, that's great. If you want to use it in your car, great. Stephen Cow is still in the chat saying, yeah, the 3DR sucks the battery really fast for me. So that's not good. I'm not happy about that.
Yeah. When I saw the device, I sent you the stream a while ago to one of my videos where I reviewed it. I reviewed it on launch day, and that was one of my concerns, was that the device itself was going to draw more power because of that color screen in that thing, and especially that Bluetooth. They're trying to cram everything into a smaller size, and that's ultimately going to draw more power out of the thing. Right,
and it is a smaller size. You're right.
So, yeah.
Bandscope's pretty.
I assume I would. Yeah, it's a beautiful device. I mean, what do you think? Sell 2DR for it, or ultimately, or just hold off and?
Well, so let's say there's a couple of different options here, right? There's people that are walking into, they want to get an upgraded radio, right? Like a highfalutin HT. And for me, there's really two options in the game right now. The D74 and the FT3DR. And maybe the FT2DR. And I did a deep dive on the Yaesu radios, and I still think the FT2DR, and actually it's, what was it, the VX6R before that? Great radios. Still good radios. At $100 more, because I believe this right now is $350 right now. The FT2DR is $350. This is $450.
Mm-hmm.
So $100 more gets you a color screen, gets you Bluetooth, and gets you that cam feature that I haven't got into yet. We're going to get into the cam feature, I promise. How long have we been streaming for? Almost an hour. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's I think it's on the knife's edge where people can make the decision for themselves, and if they decide to go for it, I don't think they're going to feel bad about it, to be honest with you. I don't think it's that much that you can't be like, yeah, no, I'm down with that. I don't think it's that big of a price difference.
And
What do
here's
you
a
think?
question. I guess it would come down to this question: how is the heat distribution on this thing? Have you transmitted with it? Quite a bit.
Much.
It gets hot.
Not much. Oh,
No?
You know what? Forum and Brim says, and better sound quality. So yes, the FT2DR versus the FT3DR sound quality is much better. The 3DR is better sound quality. In fact, let me. This is charged long enough. We should be able to run off this guy. So hold on 1 second. We're gonna. Although I'm a little weirded out. Wasn't there a band feature? So if I'm on my FT2DR, and if I hit band, doesn't it pull up weather eventually? Was I smoking crack?
You have to go up into on the right side. There's I don't have mine with me. It's in the back bedroom. My girlfriend's asleep right now, but they have if you go up into, I think it's PR receive mode, if you hit it, it should switch over into it.
Into what?
Hey, let me grab mine.
The P receive mode just adds a second. It splits the band that you have. There was I thought if you just cycled through band, it gave you weather.
Yeah, I'm getting that really quick here.
I don't remember how to do that. Anyway, let's go. Okay, this is
P receive.
So this is the speaker on the FT2DR stock speaker.
Okay, so you have to hit P receive.
Yeah, but
hit
that's
FMW and then P receive, and it switches into WX for me. It might be a setting you have to set up, but mine goes right to it.
So no. Okay. So here's let me go full volume. It starts getting a little staticky, a little overloaded on the FT2.
All right, got you down. Next is VE4WKB. Bill.
Okay, full volume. Okay, we're gonna go to that station again. And we're gonna use the
one
same
thing
antenna.
I did notice on that is the radio itself. The FT2DR, I have about 4 or 5 different HTs, and the FT2DR, the speaker on that thing is just it's not very loud on that. I have a TYT, it's a DMR radio. It's MD380, and in comparison to this one, even the Kenwood THD72, both of those radios are way louder than this thing. The speaker is not really good in the 2DR, in my opinion.
Okay, so here we go, full volume.
Well, that's just because you're Canadian, eh? All right, thank you. Sure, it'd be great to have you at the camp out. I'd love to meet you, but I know that's kind of a trek for you, so oh well.
Those are different stations talking, different ranges from the repeater. I respect that, but
Mike is next, KN4DOK.
That's the same control operator we heard before, though. So I think this sounds better. What do you think?
How about Maryland? KC8TJ.
Which one is this?
FT3.
I can't see your video.
FT3.
FT3. FT3, definitely.
Well, put me in the cab. I need to take a ride.
Oh, wow.
Back to you. KC8TJV, Maryland, here in Columbus.
Okay, and
Oh, yes, ma'am. Do we
that
have a ride
FT3
lined
is
up for
definitely you're
All right.
overloading the microphone with that thing.
Yeah.
IVP.
So I'll back it up a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's better. But hey, guess what? Now you've got a better
Yeah.
speaker, and you're gonna drain your battery faster. So we're back to the same game. Everybody's asking me the $1 million question. Sell your 2DR for the 3DR? I want a 2DR, so I want people to start selling. Oh boy. I don't think I'm selling my 2DR.
I would say yes.
I don't think I'm selling my 2DR
I would
right
say
now.
yes for the speaker.
For the speaker?
Yeah.
You can't be wrong with that. That's not a bad call. That's not a bad call at all.
I go out walking down the road and I'm by traffic and I can't hear people talking. I have to put my radio up to the right side of my ear, the 2DR.
Sure.
I can barely hear it.
So because it's been mentioned, Steve again mentions cam mode, and I gotta show this. I don't have. Oh Lord, I'm not ready for this. Oh, I am ready for this. This isn't Spark Repeater.
Josh, you should do a test of both radios. Use both of them.
Cool.
Put them under like a stress load since you have both of them there.
Oh.
And see which one heats up faster. Like, have somebody else with you, and you just.
This is somebody else's radio, man.
Talk and see which one heats up. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hey, bro, you should
perhaps you and your friend there, or whoever else is.
You should get a furnace, or a foundry, and you should see if you could smelt it down and make a better radio. I'm just kidding. It's a great radio. So the way Cam works is, come on. Ugh. Okay, there we go. So the way Cam works is you can have up to 5 channels of signal strength. And what it'll do is it'll show you the strongest last reading for that channel. Kind of like your tachometer you had in your Civics back in the 90s where you'd peg it and then you could remember the last highest RPM. Kind of like that, but for your signal strength. So we're listening on G21, which I've got set to this repeater. Next to that is APRS, and next to that is 2-meter simplex. So you can set this to your buddies, or so as John would say, this was designed for the MCOM community. So if you were at a race day, or you were working an event, and there was a repeater, maybe 2 repeaters that you were operating on, and maybe a couple identified simplex channels. You could load them up on here, and you could be monitoring them, and you could see, oh, we got a spike on G2. Really, no one's really supposed to be on there. So I'm gonna hop over there really quick, and I'm gonna let them know that we're on repeater, G21, whatever that may be, right? So I think that's a very cool feature. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're.
What do you think of the audio recording? They have the audio recording feature on it. What do you think of that?
Yeah, did the FT2DR have audio record? It did too, didn't it? Oh no,
it doesn't.
So
that's new.
There's no SD card in here right now, but let me talk about that briefly. The cool thing about this, and it's the same cool thing that dazzled me on the 7300, is it will record both the transmitted audio and the received audio. Normally, recorders generally take the receive audio, but this will actually keep the transmitted audio as well. So, as John mentioned it, and I think he's right on the money, if you're running a net, for example, if you're a net control operator or you're helping out a net control operator, you can record the net. You can record the call signs that were captured in case you miss one. Really good to go. That's a cool feature. I'm down with that. Of course, you have to have an SD card connected.
Mm-hmm.
So A Web asks a very good question. The dreaded question. It can connect to headsets. Yes. So that means people with hearing aids can connect. I didn't really think about that. My dad has hearing aids. He's got those Bluetooth hearing aids. I'm gonna pull off my headset for a second, and I do have a set of Bluetooth earbuds. Let's see if we can get these going for a second. Maybe the battery's dead.
I believe they said it was only connectable with Yaesu Bluetooth.
No, they said they didn't know. They said they didn't test it. And so I'm of the mindset that... Okay, I've got to remember how to get this into pairing mode. There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess the $1 million question will be answered now.
I got this in the pairing mode. So we're going to go into display here. Bluetooth. We're going to search. I do have to say I like the 70V or the FT70 grill and the buttons on the side. So I'm flashing, my little dongle's flashing here. Oh, it found it. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So you got to hit stop on the search, and then you got to hit connect. So let's see if it connects. Well, it got quiet. Let's see. It does. Yeah.
Neat.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if this does what I think it does. I might be surprised here. Okay, I've got the volume cranked. Okay, I gotta turn this off because you guys gotta hear what's going on in this repeater right now. Oh, it's over now. Oh, and I turned it off and it picked it up. Excellent. So, why is this? Oh, that's why. So yeah, it works. I was able to use these cheap Chinese Bluetooth dongles, and that worked perfectly. So.
Cool.
Yeah, that was very surprising.
Why couldn't they implemented that feature in the previous one?
So Magic Man, let me be as honest and as forthright as I can. He said not tested. It's a cop out to ensure that they didn't say it will not work with everything. Smart, really, not just Yaesu. So Yaesu wants to sell you the products that they manufacture, and they are making a headset. They're making a headset specifically for the radio. So if they tell you it will work with every Bluetooth dongle under the sun, then you're likely to buy that one instead of theirs. And so just taking a hands-off attitude towards it is kind of more logical from a business sense. But that's why I'm here. So I can review it, and I can say, yes, in fact, it does work, and it works really well. It sounded great. Now, this headset doesn't have a PTT on it. You may be able to rig that center button as a PTT, but I don't know, and I'm not going to take the time to figure that out right now. Magic Man asks, are you USA? I am USA. I'm the entire country. Yes, and the Yaesu model has a PTT, so it's designed for the radio. Let's turn this down a little bit. Is there anything else that anybody wants to see on the radio before I wrap it up? We're already an hour in, and I'm sure it's getting a little long. Justin, how you doing?
How does the screen... Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Just relaxing. It's late night. Got to get up tomorrow. Got a stream I'm going to be doing Saturday. It's a big event.
What are you streaming on?
Probably Twitch.
Oh, no, I mean, what's your event?
YouTube's going to be more...
What's your event on?
So they have a big, it's a Michigan Magic Week. My friend is a magician.
Oh.
So they have, here in Colon, people from all over the world come, and be going out there and streaming. Probably get to meet some famous people like Franz Ferrari.
I don't know who that is. What was the name again?
Franz Ferrari. If you've ever heard of Masters of Illusion.
Yeah. Was he the master? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. There will be Gabe Blackstone. She will be out there, most likely Saturday. So I'll be meeting her.
Do you know who Brian Brushwood is?
Yes, I do.
I met him recently.
Yep, he'll probably be out there too.
Did you didn't see the videos I did with him recently?
Yes, I did. Actually.
Okay. I'm messing with you. I'm trying to just self-promote. Sorry. Hey, bro, did you see the videos that I did with the Modern Rogue? So let's see. So are you a buyer? Are you in for one of these bad boys?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I definitely get it. Let's see. I do got one last thing I guess I would be testing on it.
Mm-hmm.
But you really can't. I don't want to see you do it to somebody else's radio.
I know.
I guess
I'm not gonna try and torture test
yeah.
it.
So I guess on the screens, if you put your finger on the screen,
if I took this utility knife and I just jabbed it at the screen, you're saying? Do you just want me to just stab it over and over again repetitively with this utility knife, just over and over again? Okay, not gonna do that, Wyoming ham.
So no. Ooh, got to know that. I'm seeing your video finally though. It's catching up to it.
Right on.
Where did you get the utility knife from?
I'm also a magician. I only have one trick. I can produce a utility knife from my person at any moment. That's the only trick that I know.
Okay, so the FT2DR versus the 3DR, having them both are. Does the touch screen, when you feel it, does it feel more durable than the other? Do you feel the device is more durable? Holding it in your hands versus the previous one.
The only thing that gives me pause are these front buttons. So I personally am a big fan of the FT70 PTT, this angled PTT. I think it's just a smoking fit in your hand when you hold it. I love their design. Yeah. I'm so glad they went that way. I'm fine with the PTT on the FT2, but I have been in nets where I've talked for a really long time because I was kind of a guest speaker. And this is a better fit. Like you're gonna have less fatigue if you're holding this.
Yeah.
This is very specific to me. Or maybe a net control operator who's gonna be PTTing a lot. That's a better fit for sure. The sides on this side, this is a better application of the little floppy bits. So I'm down with that. Yeah. In hand, it's not any harder to manipulate, although it is a little bit fatter. And when you have the clip on, it's not too big, although I am noticing that it's easier to, I don't know. Your hands are going to be a little bit, we're getting real picky here, but my hand is just right on the trigger, so it's fine.
It looks the size of the Yaesu FT4X, I believe that's the one I have in the back.
Yes.
It really looks the same size as that.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
Yeah.
I really like that radio. I find, I have the FT2DR, but I find myself carrying the 4X more than the 2DR just because of the size. It's comfortable to hold. It's not as fat, and I can just, stick it on my belt and kind of forget about it. The 2DR, there's some weight there with it. I would say that would be a reason why I would definitely get this radio.
This is
probably not.
I'm probably
not seeing myself using the.
They're the same weight. It's the same weight.
Oh, really?
They weigh the same. And as far as the screen goes, I don't feel that anyone is more durable than the other, to be honest with you. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Randall Racer in the chat says, rest in peace, Grant Thompson. I agree. That was shocking when that happened. So I definitely don't want to spend too much time talking about that on the stream because that's not what this is about. And I totally respect him and everything that happened, and I feel horrible about it. And I know Brian was a friend with him too. So that's tough. I'm sorry to hear when that happened, but yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
By the way, the video you did sorry.
No, I was gonna say everything else on the PTT side is the same.
Yeah. The video you did on Modern Rogue, I saw that. You did that video on it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like an intro to the. I think it was about software radio.
It
Or
had
just
it was
about
shortwave,
intro to-
shortwave radio.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you.
Well, there's a
Yeah,
second one
that
out.
was the one I'm talking about.
The second one I think is even better than the first. I think. But
Cool.
I
wanted to tell you, very nicely done.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't trying to cut you off. Sorry, there was a question in the chat. So
No.
Forget Your Life is asking, is it fatter than the FT70? I think it is fatter than the FT70, but I can't really say because I don't have an FT70. But it just from looking at it, it looks like it's fatter. If somebody has an FT70, I'll grab my my AVE ruler really quick and we'll do some math here. Wait, where's my? It's about 1.25 inches width on the AVE ruler. Yeah, the light still works good.
Now, how is the radio when you turn that lamp off? I've seen that one. I think.
It will be non-perceivable on the video if I do that. I can't. Yeah. If I do that, you won't be able to see it. It would be fun. So, this screen, believe it or not, in full daylight, you can turn the lamp off and you can still see it because it's full daylight and this is an LCD, whatever, non-color panel.
Is that coming from John Crook or is that coming from you?
That's coming from me.
This?
That's coming from me.
Cool.
I've turned the backlight off on the FT2DR and I can read it no problem. The FT3DR, because it's a color radio, I don't know that that'll be possible. But that's a really good question. And I plan, hopefully Wyoming Ham isn't burning a hole in his pocket to get this back. I'd like to do more of a review on it. Although I think, to be honest with you, I covered all the features in my FT2DR series of videos, and this has more features, but we've kind of already covered them in the live stream we've done so far. Oh.
Do you have the THD74?
Hold on. He gave it to me in centimeters. I should have known better. Nope. Wait. Oh. Really? No. No way. Yeah, the FT70 is slightly smaller than this. Slightly thinner on the width side. Not counting the clip, yeah. Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
The THD74, I don't know when you got to get that radio back to the gentleman who lent it to you, but if somebody would be nice enough to lend you the THD74, it would be really neat if you could do a side-by-side of these radios and just kind of show the differences, in the two radios.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. I know some people. I might be able to work something out. We'll see.
Me, personally, I have a THD72 in the back. I have not had a THD74, but I believe they're pretty similar. I want to say that the FT2DR, I'm assuming if the 2DR is built the same way, the 3DR is probably built just as well. I feel like the 2DRs are a very rugged radio, the way they feel.
Well, I agree completely because I also have a D72, and I have dropped it and kicked it down my driveway, and it was one of the worst days of my life because it's a really nice radio with a lot of amazing features, but it's not a rugged radio. It's you don't want to treat it poorly, and the FT2, I beat it up. Honestly, I mean, I don't hurt it like I'd hurt a Baofeng, but it's been bumped, and I'm not worried about it. And I think that this radio feels the same to me. It feels like it's something that you can be a little rough on. I hate saying that with a radio. Accidentally rough, mistakenly rough. Not connected. I didn't do anything. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Now here's
Wait, what is it
opinion
complaining about? I didn't do anything.
I don't know what's your thoughts on this, but there's one thing I'm really disappointed with Yaesu in this radio, and I wish they would have removed this, is that pressure touch thing in the front of the radio. And the reason for that being is these radios are going to wear out eventually from, somebody pushing on it. It's just, if you put a thermal capacitive in the front of it, I feel the radio is going to last a lot longer. I mean, 6 to 7 years down the road, I feel this radio would still be good. You can, a lot of manufacturers of batteries, like Batteries America.
Yeah.
You can buy it, a new battery. This radio, you could use it probably 10 years later if they put that in there. But the downside of it is.
Back up a step. What
are
are you saying it doesn't have? What is it? What was the comment?
Okay, so there are two types of touchscreens out there. There's capacitive and there's resistance.
Are we talking about the FT2 or the FT3 now?
We're talking about both radios.
Okay.
Both of the radios.
Oh, are they both capacitive?
So,
I didn't even think about that.
I'm not sure which one of them there. I'd have to go look it up. The difference is one is pressure. You put your thumb on it, you push on it, it responds. A thermal is going to be the kind that's like in your Android, your iPhone. So, yeah, resistive versus capacitive, Anthony was saying there.
This is capacitive. It's not resistive. And how I know is because it's taking the initial pressure point. I'm holding equal pressure the whole thing, and it's just taking it from the initial point and where there was a dip in the capacitance between the two films. So you're right. This is still a capacitive screen.
Yep.
The opposite of that
the
is
capacitive.
Your phone. Yeah.
When they use a capacitive in there, yeah, I know it's got the warranty in there, Brian, but the problem is with, for an average person, they're going to buy their radio and probably want it for 6 to 7 years to be able to use it. And I think they should really put that, resistive touchscreen in there. I cannot use my Android in outside in water and stuff, and
I'll give you the company. I'll give you the Yaesu line on this. You want to know what the Yaesu line is on this? Capacitive touchscreens work with gloves, and resistives usually require a specific texture tip. And they claim that this is an MCOM radio. And to be honest, I've had the FT2DR for over a year. I've had no issue with it. The screen's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. Remember, we're not watching YouTube videos on this or playing games. We're just looking at the screen, and it's super vibrant, and it's fine. I think it's fine.
Of course it is.
As far as durability, though, I see what you're saying. Like over time, a capacitive versus a resistive touchscreen. Yeah. Okay. I can see what you're saying.
I do want to correct myself on something I said. I said that you would be able to use it, in the rain. Mm-hmm. A thermal, I will say that no, you couldn't. I would suspect that's the other reason they put that capacitive in there.
Right.
Is if you get snow on it or something that you can be able to use it. Maybe offer the customer an option on it. Maybe?
That's true.
Put that in there.
Right. Maybe they'll start selling a Yaesu branded stylus. Forget Your Life is making a joke at Nintendo there. You know what? The FT the 7300 is resistive, not capacitive. I think you're right. There's no pressure. There's no tactile pressure difference there. Yeah. Well,
the one person there asked, can you use the Nintendo DS stylus on that radio?
Yes. Yes.
I probably wouldn't recommend it for at least the 2DR from owning it. It seems to respond pretty well from fingers and other things.
Okay, hold. I got to stop for a second because we are. Julian might already be gone, but I screwed up. I should have circled back around on this. Where are we going? Oh man, it's Art Bell. Oh, it's not Art Bell. It's Coast to Coast. Anyway, we're out of there. Don't come at me. 7.
You're gonna go to Art Bell in there, are you?
What's that?
I said, hearing the ghost of Art Bell in there, are you?
No, that was George Norrie, I think. But okay, so I think to get into HF, you got a 007200. And so that's AM. We want to change the mode. Yeah, you can't do anything other than AM. So out of curiosity. Oh, I don't have that connected. I do have this sweet little Kenwood connected, though. HF is dead. There's nobody on HF right now. Oh, wait. What's going on? Oh, dog. That's why. Nope. Okay, never mind. That is not going to work. Okay. Anyway, this does AM on HF bands, so you're not going to be hitting the single sideband.
That's the other thing I wish they would have put in there. I don't understand why they did not put that in that radio. I wish they would have put that in there, the single sideband.
What's that?
I said I don't know why they didn't put single sideband into that radio. I wish they would have. That was one of the other things that kind of just really I wondered why they didn't do that. You know, the D7 THD74 has that in there.
Well, that's also a bigger radio, right? You got to consider how much stuff you're cramming into the space. That's like a real thing, you know what I mean? I mean, you guys, we always got to keep that in mind. Is that you generally have to cram something into the box to make it do single sideband outside of FM or AM or whatever, right? Like, you know, just a simple receiver like that C Crane, right? It does AM, but not single sideband. So. James Hannibal, can you switch to and transmit in AM mode when 2m70 my old? No, so it does not transmit in AM. It will receive AM to your heart's content from AM broadcast all the way up to airband. So it's still a wide-banded receiver, and you can pick up AM pretty much anywhere with it. It doesn't do... So maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. No.
I think you got a software-defined radio question on there.
Say no to Kilo. No, I'm not getting on HF right now. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. I think we've covered most of the things. If you guys have any questions, bring them now, specifically for the radio. It doesn't do single sideband, at least that I can figure out, but also at the same time, I probably have already covered it in the FT2DR, because again, everything the FT2DR does, this does as well. Rational routines. I do see you. I'm DSD Plus. I don't know what DSD Plus is, and we're not talking about DSD Plus. We're talking about the FT3. So, it's a crazy idea. Let's talk about this radio.
I can answer that one.
Go ahead.
DSD Plus is pretty easy. DSD Plus is pretty easy to install. There's a tutorial on YouTube. Just search it. There's a lot of them on there. It's very easy to install it.
There you go. I mean, is it a SDR software?
Yes, it is. It's an SD software. It's used with SDR Sharp, but you could probably use it with a radio or a scanner or something else.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, have you tried Cubic? Rational Routines use Cubic SDR.
Sure. To whoever asked that, I'll drop it in the chat here for them. I'll go get you a tutorial real quick for that.
Nice. Look at that. You're a good co-host. You're welcome back anytime we have call-ins.
Sure. Yes, dude.
Well,
all right, so I got Tech Minds produces a lot of videos. It's in the chat. I'm dropping it right now if you want to. Oh, it won't let me drop it. So if you go,
I got it.
Search in DSD.
Post it.
Okay.
It just post it. Can you send it, and then I'll see it, and I can authorize to allow it.
Okay. There you go.
I don't see it.
How about I drop it down in your... It says, remove any web addresses and try again. Edit and try again.
Sorry, Brian Flores says he's going to be so screwed tomorrow. Where do I
Okay,
buy
so
the
to
Slim...
that person,
Yeah.
to whoever asked that, if you just go on YouTube, search DSD Plus, the first result from TechMinds, how to set up SDR Sharp and decode DMR digital using DSD Plus and the RTL SDR receiver on Windows 10. That's the one you want, and they can go from there.
I'm not going to turn off any of the lights because I'll be shutting down the entire operation here if I do that. Are you trying to get on? You trying to get on the stream right now?
No one.
Okay. My wife has barged into the show. Are you just looking for vapes? What are you doing?
I'm like...
She's dodging cameras right now. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go hang out with the wife. She's back home now. So that was the look for the... Stop, you're getting in the shot.
No, I'm
the
not.
FT3DR. Justin, thanks for hanging out, buddy. I appreciate that.
I'm kind of kidding.
Sure, thanks for having me on.
Yeah. So I like it.
There's nothing in your koozie.
I know. I just finished it. I like it, and I would say if you're looking at an upgraded radio and you don't already have an FT2DR, this would probably be a fine little radio to start with. If you're interested in this and you want to buy one, please take the link in the description. It helps me out a little bit if you take the link to the HRO, and I would appreciate it. Now you're in.
I know.
So, no, stop it. Stop touching me. I have to finish the stream. I have to finish.
Give me what's in your hand.
No. You want the FT3DR is what you're saying? You want the radio?
The other hand.
No, you want the radio? You're not licensed, lady. You can't have it.
But you're right here, so I can.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up.
License.
I'm still streaming tomorrow. I got a special stream with Bob, K6UDA. We are going to have a lively discussion, and I hope you guys tune in for that. It's going to be a lot of fun, so check it out. Until then, take it easy. See you later.
73s.
7 threes.